Now the number one goal of any project is no fires. That's right. No fires is always an important goal. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to find vacuum leaks using a pickle jar and a bubble gun. So this here is everything that you need to make your little smoke machine. Right here, this is an old pickle jar. Came free with purchase of pickles. This here is an old soldering iron I have. You can get a new one if you want to. They're pretty cheap. Find them at Harbor Freight for a few dollars. I'm going to be using some barb fittings, but any way that you can attach tubing on either side of this top is just fine. Got some epoxy. That way we can glue our parts down. You want an old sock. You want some baby oil and your tubing. Now another thing that you need is a way to supply air. There's a couple of ways that you can supply your air. You do not want to use shop air from like an air compressor. Too much pressure will blow apart your system. It'll cause leaks where there weren't leaks before. It will cause all kinds of problems. And now you're stuck with an even bigger mess. You can use a bicycle pump. You can use those pumps that you use to air up like basketballs and stuff. You can just blow on the end of the tube. I'm going to go an unconventional route. And I got a little bubble gun that blows air out the end when you blow bubbles. And that's what I'm going to be using today. So the first thing I'm going to do is drill my holes into the top of my jar here. Now that my holes are drilled, I can go ahead and epoxy on my parts. Alright, now for the hardest part. We wait for it to dry. So now that our epoxy is cured, it's time to test it out. I went ahead and cut some short lengths of tubing here. I'm going to stick them on the barb fitting, as well as this one here. Pull our lid off. And we are going to go ahead and put our sock in. You want to soak it in baby oil. Now that we're all together here, we can go ahead and plug her in and test her out. You might not be able to see it in here very well, but you can tell that it is filling up with smoke in here. And what we're going to do next is blow our air through it using our unconventional method here. And as you can see, it's actually putting off a lot of smoke. So now we just got to hook it up to the Jeep. So I've already got everything hooked up, but what you're going to want to do is disconnect your intake. And what I did was I cut a hole in the end of a glove, stuck my tubing through it, taped it all up, and then taped the glove over the intake. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in, let it fill up with smoke, and then we're going to find our leak. So as you can see, we're filling up with quite a bit of smoke already. So we're going to go ahead and run our bubble gun. Just fun to say bubble gun, isn't it? Just by that little bit, you can see it swirling around in there. So it's making its way out of there, up and around, and into our intake. Oh, I see smoke. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see smoke coming up from out here. And it looks like that's where our vacuum leak is. So here's my culprit. This little 90-degree piece here is all kinds of wore out. And this is what runs to the leak detection pump on this vehicle. So that's where our leak is coming from. Now all I gotta do is run a new line. So that is it. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. Need more soap.